If you have a balanced head on your shoulders and you're still trusting what politicians are telling you what they'll bring to the table once they get in office, then you are a fool. You are part of the reason why society is the way it is. We're aimlessly, blindlessly handing over our power to people, to individuals, to entities that don't really deserve it. We have to realize that we, the people, hold the power. They only have their power because we are divided. We don't move in unity. But it's not entirely our fault, but it is our fault. We have to take the accountability, but there is a hidden hand being placed in all of our affairs, all the way from the ground level up to the high level. And we have to wake up. In this age of information and awakening, if you're still trusting your politicians and your government officials blindlessly, then I don't know where you've been. I don't know what you're doing or what you're watching. But they use these tools as entertainment. They use tools such as entertainment, reality TV, to keep the masses in a state of deep sleep. They have us in REM sleep while they're conquering the world. They're spraying all the fruits with pesticides. They're buying all the land and then selling you GMO seeds. This is all happening underneath the tip of our noses, but it's only going to keep happening if we allow it. Society has failed us, but they only failed us because we allow it. We don't want to step into the power as the people to move forward to bring actual real change. Do you think real change is going to come from these super high-end government officials who are only puppets for the deep state, Illuminati, all of this stuff? Do you think your votes still count after the 2016 election, the 2020 election? You failed to realize that leaders are selected, not elected. But as we keep giving our power over to the government, who also ultimately control society, they print your money, they choose what you could say and can't say on social media. Do you think they will actually give you freedom? Do you think they want you to be free? Do you want to be free? I noticed ever since the Roe versus Wade was overturned, that's when the mass psyop of the gender wars started happening. You notice that? You notice that too? There's always some form of war within the people, which in reality is friendly fire, because we're not fighting the true enemy. We're fighting people. We're fighting who the enemy told us to fight. Isn't that funny? They're hiding their hidden hand and they're trying to tell you who to be mad at, who you could talk bad about, who you can't talk bad about, who you could confront, who you can't confront. How long do you think society could really move as this way? Society is using social media entertainment as a weapon to bring apart the man and woman, to bring apart the rich and poor, to bring apart black, white, yellow, green, when in reality, our war is against the people that's controlling the media, that's controlling the currency, that's controlling the injections. This is all run by a hidden hand. And if we don't wake up to see what it really is, our kids will grow into this nonsense and we're just going to be victims, not victims, products, pawns of this world governed by the 1%. You know, the 1%, the bankers, the CEO of Fortune 500 companies, politicians, all of this is all done deliberately to keep us in a state of confusion. See, to confuse a people, you either give too much information or no information at all. And we've been receiving too much false information that people don't even know what's true. We, the people, consider Google as a actual source of information, a factual source of information. But the 1% Our wealthy business owners, they control what's seen at the top of the list. You could come out, you could go look up. There's many celebrities that say there's false information about them on Google. You know, you have to pay attention to what's really happening. We're living in a society that's meant to collapse at one point because it was built on the back of slaves, bloodshed. How long do you think a weak foundation could hold up a 10-story, 20-story, 60-story building? Society will eventually collapse, especially in the Western world, where Brinks is taking on to full in effect. The dollar is decreasing in value because we keep printing it. This is all done deliberately to bring down society, to a lower vibration. They want to keep your money in the banks and have the banks close down so you won't have anything. Klaus Schwab, Agenda 2030. By 2030, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. They're telling you right in front of your faces, but you're not believing it. You're not seeing it for what it really is. You think it's just a conspiracy. You think it's just a theory, but everything is a theory till shit hits the fan. Daniel's like, oh my God, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. Yes, the fuck you did. You had the chance to change it. You have the chance to change it now. But you're putting your power and trust into other people that's fighting for the system. They're not fighting for the people. They're fighting for the system. This is affecting society as a whole, where you can't really say truth. And if you say truth, you're a conspiracy theory. At least in the early 90s, early 2000s, comedians would drop the truth during stand-up. You know, you could laugh it off. They got the facade as a comedian to tell the truth, so people could laugh it off and they won't get any penalizations for it. But now you can't even joke. Jokes will become illegal in the future if we keep this up. You remember Twitter back in 2009? When you could say anything you want without getting canceled? Who invented this cancel culture? Who invented the society we live in? Who's giving into the society we're living in today? Society wants us to fail. You think they want you to be wealthy? You think they want you to be healthy? You think they want you to be rich? They get money. They get profits off living in an effed up society. They get profits. They get profits off you being unhealthy. Why would they want you to know that the best source of vitamin C is from citrus fruits and not those fake supplements they're selling you at the GMC store? They don't want you to know that because it's feeding their kids. Your ignorance and your blind trust is feeding their kids. Society is failing us because we're allowing it.